go ahead and email us, mustacheridepod@gmail.com, and make the show a little better. Make it shine a little bit.
Yeah.
Wax it up.
Wax it up. Wax
Yeah.
on, wax off. But mostly
Yeah.
wax on.
Yeah, we'll do the waxing off. Wait. Anyway,
Not live.
that's Indie Iceberg for you guys. Indie Iceberg is over.
Now it's time for us to go wax off.
No. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome to episode 39 of the Mustache Ride podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts tonight, Sherman Cool. I'm going to say it normally this time, not like we did in the test. And this guy right here
Goobity-doo, boo, 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 bebop.
is the Derby Doof,
The
the Dirty Tooth. 3 Y's, don't forget it.
Don't forget.
And this is episode 39 of the Mustache Ride podcast. Super happy to have you here. We have some fun stuff to talk about tonight. We're experimenting with the format of the show. We're trying to figure out what we want to do. We're moving away from newsy topics, and I like it because I like us just talking about random crap. Tooth. I think we get into a groove. We're talking about newsy stuff that we don't care about. It's like, who cares, you know?
Yeah, I feel like we never quite research it quite enough to be on top of it too. It's always like, yeah, I saw Jake Lucky tweet about it once and I read the first line.
I read the two top comments and I'm like fully informed. Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems fun to experiment every now and then.
Yeah, I also like the idea of not dating our episodes like within the episode, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So each episode is more timeless than just like, well, this is news that happened a year ago. I don't care about that.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
I don't know.
This one's fun because we recorded it 7 weeks ago, right? But we're able to post it now, and that's cool.
It's cool exactly. Well, we're really glad to be doing this live twice a month. And we have people joining us tonight in the live chat, just like you can over here at youtube.com/@mustacheridepod. And it's going to be a good episode tonight. We got some fun stuff to talk about and some stories to talk about. We alluded last episode to some story time that we didn't quite have time to get into last episode. So we got story time. We got a couple fun segments. What would you do? And who would win in a fight, which I feel like is a pretty standard like template, but we got some fun ones here to talk about, so I'm excited. And then of course we got Indie Iceberg later on. We'll be talking about the new game we'll be getting into. But first, Tooth, you know what I'm gonna ask. What'd you have for breakfast this morning, my friend?
I had for breakfast this morning a peanut butter sandwich, but not with bread, with a tortilla, and a couple handfuls of apple cinnamon cereal dry.
Nice. Dry cereal. You're a dry cereal kind of guy, huh?
No, it's got to be out of the box. Like I gotta have it. Like I have to have the box with me, eating it dry. Otherwise, like if it goes into a container, it has to have milk on it. And it's got to be soggy too. I don't like crunchy crunch cereal. I leave it in the bowl for a little bit and then I eat it.
No, you're capping. That's cap, right?
No.
That's so ass backwards, Tooth. You eat. I love dry cereal, but then dry cereal with milk on it, gross. Doggy cereal,
it's good.
Good.
Yes.
I have a very specific cereal eating technique.
Yeah, you put the milk in first and then you put the cereal in the bowl.
No, that's sacrilege. That is blasphemy, and I won't have it.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have to call the cops if you said that you did that.
No need. Cops have better things to do this time. But yeah, no, I cereal then milk, but the eating technique, you gotta put the spoon into I want to say a corner, but there's no corners. It's a bowl.
It's a bowl.
But like onto one side. Spoon goes into one side. You kind of mat down the cereal, right?
Yeah,
You're matting down the cereal on one side. this is a technique that optimizes a crunch with every bite. So this is
Mm,
a way to ensure that you don't get any soggy cereal. So you
yeah.
leave all the other cereal floating on top of the milk a little bit, and then you just pull from this one corner and you just pull in cereal into this little milk pool you've created over in the side, and scrape it off the top and get some fresh crunchy cereal, and then that way you can kind of make it through and have at least less soggy cereal.
Hmm.
That's my like best bowl of cereal is you don't let any of it go completely soggy.
I don't like that
Um,
technique.
Also, the best bowl of cereal has very little milk left at the end of it.
Okay.
The ratio is perfect to where at the end you just get a nice gulp, one gulp of milk. Anything more than that, and it's good still, but it's not like you're not being efficient, you know?
I like drinking the cereal milk. Like I like the taste. Like I like that it has all the same flavor of the cereal that I just had.
Mm,
Especially if the cereal is like just like a bussin'
mm.
cereal, like
I
a
got this waffle
fruity.
cereal, dude.
I
It's
can't
like
find it.
syrupy.
I can't find it
Oh,
anywhere. I looked for
it's
it.
like off-brand something. I don't know.
I
It's
know.
like malto meal
Yeah,
branded.
it's only in California. I looked at Walmart for it, could not find it, but
It's
I
pretty
want it.
good.
Yeah,
It
I didn't.
reminds me of like the honeycomb cereal,
Oh yeah, I like honeycomb.
but
That's
syrupy.
good.
Mm, yeah.
Man, now I'm kind of hungry, actually.
Yeah,
Well, all
actually,
right.
if you were to ask me, I couldn't tell you what I had for breakfast this morning. I don't remember. I think it was like I had a nutty bar. I had a nutty bar out the door.
Typically, I
Yeah,
don't eat breakfast at all.
yeah.
Yeah,
I have coffee every morning for sure.
yeah, I have coffee every morning. Sometimes I'll have an energy drink, but I almost exclusively don't eat breakfast or lunch, and I eat dinner, like a pretty big dinner all the time. It's
My
just
wife
something
does
that
the same thing.
I used to when I worked really close to somewhere where I could walk to get lunch, I would do that, but I sort of skip that hour that I have for lunch and I leave work early an hour.
Well, I just hope you're not hangry for like 3 hours before dinner.
Yeah, I am. That's typically why I'm in
See,
a bad
that's
mood every day.
that's no way to live. It's no way to live. You gotta be hungry. You gotta put food in your belly,
That's
so you're not
true.
mad at everybody because you don't have food in your belly. You know?
I'm kind of hungry right now, but I'm not
Yeah.
hangry. I might get hangry later. I have one other cereal related question since we're on the topic.
Okay. Yeah.
There's two sizes of spoon, right? There's the big spoon that you don't
Hmm.
use for anything, I think. And then there's the little spoon. I always have to use a little spoon to eat cereal because I feel like the big spoon has way too much surface. You get too much cereal in your mouth.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know what.
like. I agree. I'm
Okay.
fully with you. Small spoon. It's mostly to prolong the experience. I think it
Yeah.
adds up to maybe 5 more scoops of cereal. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but I will admit, I do like a nice big bowl of cereal. I'll go for the ladle if I got to, because I don't mind just shoving a bunch in my mouth, you know. Um,
What's
but
the
no,
weird?
I like a small spoon because I normally just have like
Yeah.
I just fill up my bowl and it's a regular cereal, size.
Have you
So I
put
just
cereal into a random container? Like, what's the
oh hell
weirdest
yeah.
container that you've put it into?
Probably like a mug or a thermos or like no, I guess
Okay.
like a Dickies cup.
A
You
Dickies
know
cup?
those yeah,
Yeah,
those
yeah,
big
yeah.
yellow cups. What
Yeah.
about you? What's because I like
Halloween.
I like the I like drinking the milk and then getting
Oh,
like a few
okay.
like
Yeah.
biting into the milk to get a few of the cereals as you drink it out of the
As you
Dickies
drink it out
cup.
of the Dickies cup.
Yeah.
I had to use a Halloween candy bucket one time.
The old jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, because all the bowls were dirty.
Respect.
Solid size cereal bowl, honestly.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Tell me what you've been playing the last few days. Big segue.
What I've been playing.
Yeah. Yeah, what have you been up
Yeah.
to these last few
So
couple weeks actually? Yeah.
actually the last two couple weeks, I took a little streaming break to catch up on a few things. I'm taking an online course. I'm gonna switch my job. I'm gonna have a new job by November, Thanksgiving.
Whoa. Slow
So
down. You're going so fast. Wait, you took a you're taking an online course so you can job
yep.
expound. What kind of
Okay.
course? What are you talking about?
So I'm taking a course in it's a Google given course, so I'm taking it from Google themselves. And it is user experience, user interface design. So designing apps, designing mobile websites and websites. It's sort of like the whole process. A lot of my skills like fold right into it, but I've never done that professionally. So I'm taking a course. I'm on the third of 7. So I'm almost halfway through. And the goal of that is to complete it. I'll get a certificate. I'll have my portfolio built from everything in that class. And then I'm going to apply for jobs. And then I'm going to have something to be thankful for in November for our Thanksgiving episode.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing. And I recorded a video today, which is why I also took a little break off because I'm starting a series on YouTube called Creators Create. And it's a series where I walk through how I create things for my stream. So thumbnails, graphics, my OBS stuff, my Sammy sources, sort of just like a thing where it's like I'm a small creator. I look for other small creators and what they do as well. And sometimes like when you see these like big tutorial videos, it doesn't quite hit on like, well, I don't want to like set up something for my chat to print out memes, but I want to do something cool. So like
Yeah.
what's the lower like the lower entry level? So like I'm trying to like target a smaller creator audience and just I don't know, learn how to make tutorial videos because I've never done it before. So I recorded
Nice.
my first one today. It's about thumbnails. It's going to get released hopefully this weekend at some time. Um and I got a computer upgrade, which is another reason that I took the week off. I got a new graphics card. I got a
Nice.
3060 Ti.
That makes it sound way cooler, but
It
it is
does.
still really cool.
It is still really cool.
3060.
3060. And so I've played a couple games on ultra graphics, and I can play them. And I also played Halo 3. I did like a little recording with Zombie last night. And I also played and recorded an FPS game, which I haven't been able to do since like I first got my PC pretty much because all the games updated and they were supersonic graphics for some reason. And so now I'm able to get back into a lot of new stuff and I'm excited to explore some games that I can play, maybe some ray tracing Minecraft and I don't know, some
Whoa.
VR stuff and some other cool things. So it's cool. So now I feel like
Heck yeah.
I'm up to date. 32 gigs of RAM, Ryzen 7, 3060 Ti and a and everything else is good. I will say that it was scary putting it in. It's much bigger. Um
Yeah.
and I had to push it in until it clicked, and that's a big push. It's scary.
Kind of makes you uncomfortable, huh?
I was uncomfortable and it was really heavy, and so I had to install a brace, which it came with that. But then it was still really heavy, so I ordered a little kickstand. And so now there's like this little kickstand in there to hold up my graphics card from falling over.
See, I feel like I need that too, because mine, it's not level. That's for sure.
It
It does
was
sag a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
And I don't like that. I feel like I could probably 3D print something for it, but
It was 13 bucks on
um,
Amazon. It's a little metal twisted thing. It's a perfect purchase. And it fits right in
yeah,
there. It was so easy to install. 10 out of 10 would
nice.
recommend. I feel good now. I feel like I've upgraded to a level. I can do stuff with my face cam now, like blur my background and add a AI green screen to it. All of the stuff that I
Nice.
couldn't do with a 1000 series card. So that's exciting. Um,
Heck yeah.
Game wise, Star Siege Dead Zone. It's really fun. I was only playing with like you and Zombie, but then the other night I
Mm,
played some by myself with a bunch of randos.
yeah.
Extracted every time. Yeah,
Whoa.
I played 4 games and extracted all 4 games.
Not bad.
Yeah, I ended the night with I think like 6 kills and a bunch of guns. So
That'll make you feel good, right?
it did make me feel good. I'm kind of
Yeah.
I hope the game doesn't change in a bad direction like it might. So I don't know. Like
Yeah,
right now I feel good about it, and I hope the game stays good.
that's the thing about Star Siege Dead Zone. There's a lot of news coming down the pipeline in the next week or two
Yeah.
of some big changes because it's in early access.
Mm-hmm.
So, but basically, based on the changes, the game that we've been enjoying, Star Siege Dead Zone, is just going to be totally different after
Yeah.
this update. And so, I agree. I hope it doesn't change for the worse. They made a really good game already, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping the changes they make will keep it good. You know.
It yeah, I hope so too, because it's like the first Indie Iceberg that we've like selected where I'm like, I'm gonna go back and play that game. Like I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Like the other ones like were really cool, but it's like it's not something that I went back to or like that I think about all the time. But I'm like, I got like an hour. I could extract probably. Like I could do that. I didn't think that I would like that game. I think that's
Yeah.
why it's so cool. One game that hasn't been good is Rocket League. I think
Ooh.
I played I don't know how it works, okay? But I played I don't know like 6 or 7 matches online with Zombie the other day.
Hmm.
And we were just
Zombie's
playing
Grand Champ
he is grand
ranked.
champ. Ever since I played those online like matches with him, I have been getting matched with everybody that is at least in champ because they have a little like card that says champ tournament winner, and then I
Yeah.
enter the game and it's 3-0 in the first 30 seconds and there's nothing I can do. I'm just doing my best to chase the ball and hit it once, and I end the game with 50 points and I have to forfeit, and it's that's tough. And so now I feel like I have to only play ranked, or I have to not play any games until I learn how to flip reset in free play. I feel like those are my two options. I play ranked and get with people that are in my level, or free play for 6 months.
There's a bright side. Bright side is you're getting some of the best, the best learning experiences that one could ask for,
It
right?
doesn't feel best. It feels bad.
It-
Feels bad, man.
no, come
Feels bad, man.
on. No. Well,
Three
yeah,
nothing,
no,
30 seconds.
that's kind of what happens, I guess.
Yeah.
Your rank gets inflated, but that's what a lot of people want. Like a
Yeah.
lot of people want to get boosted like that. But then when they can't play with their friend who's boosting them, they just don't play.
Yeah.
And so that's like it's kind of a catch 22, but you want to be able to play with your friends, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems kind of unfortunate, but
I want to get good at the game, but I think it's like one of those things where there's such a big skill gap between every rank, and like then
yeah.
like when you have to start learning new things, like you can't just not learn them. Like you have to learn some technique like when you get to a level. And even if it's just like some minor stuff, like I feel like it's totally necessary and you have to do training packs, and it's not one
Yeah.
of those games where it's like casually fun. I don't think like it's like
It
you
can be,
yeah.
right? Like
I guess if you're
in a
playing
custom match or
yeah,
something.
if you're playing custom match or something like that,
Depends on
but
what you're trying to get out of it.
man, it's like a grind. It feels like a grindy game. But I did play with
Yeah.
Zombie last night. I had him go like full tilt in a 1v1, and
Mm.
I did score I think like 2 legitimate goals during that time, and some of them were pretty good. Like I feel like I got a couple really good like flips in there, but I make a lot of rookie like silver level mistakes. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fun. I want to get good at it, so it's not deterring me, but it is kind of
Good.
a bummer that I play like I load up and I'm like, why are you in the
Ev-
air already?
Everyone's out of my league now.
How did you get both my corner boosts before I even hit the ball for kickoff? I don't understand. I don't understand. That's what it feels like
Yeah.
now.
Stay
What
strong,
else?
man.
What else have I been doing? I found this lightsaber.
Oh, sick. Does it make noise?
Yeah, I think.
It does.
I think I have to turn it on to make noise, though.
That's okay.
I don't know how to do it.
That's cool. I don't know where my lightsaber is. I think. Oh, I put it up.
I bought this for a TikTok video, and then I don't think I did the TikTok video.
Mine does make noise.
Oh, yours is like a noise-making one.
I think it's from Disneyland.
It is from Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick. I found that today. Lightsabers are cool. I can't wait to do a lightsaber skit with you. That's gonna be fun. Anyway,
Shut up. Turn
I
off.
don't think I've played any other games.
Okay.
What do you do? What do you do? What do you do in your spare time?
What do I do? Well, Tooth, I'm a man of many interests,
Many
as you know.
interests? Yes.
Yes, and my interests
Some you can't
these
talk
past
about.
couple weeks. My interests these past couple weeks have been exquisite.
What hints are you getting? Are you getting?
Let me get another.
Yeah. What's the breath? Does it have good legs?
I've been playing Star Siege Dead Zone 2 as well.
Nice.
And yeah, same thing. Pretty much, I'm just bummed because looking at the patch notes for the upcoming update, I'm worried.
Yeah.
But that's something that we could make into a whole segment. We could just go through those patch notes, but it's thick. And and again, like I said before, the game we're playing right now is not the game we're going to be playing once that update drops. This game right now is going to be gone forever. And that's kind of a bummer because the where it's at right now, I'm pretty happy with. But
yeah,
I think it's just because I got pretty lucky with my mastery drops because I
You
have
did,
level 4 mastery, so I can open up the special chests. And recently I got level 4 acoustics, so any enemy that shoots shows up on my mini map, which is pretty cool.
That's huge.
Yeah, good intel. So yeah, but Star Siege Dead Zone, I'm gonna follow it. I'm gonna keep playing it.
Yeah.
And when the update drops, I'm gonna hop in and see if I like it. I'm excited. I don't know. I trust those devs though. So far, I have no reason not to.
It's early access, so like even if they make a mistake, I feel like they could turn it around pretty quickly.
For sure.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
I've also been playing some Gundam Evolution lately. So at the end of October, it's dead forever. Gone.
Yep. So you're getting.
I guess
you're building your love for it, so you can be really sad.
I just want to build some more memories with it because I from the get-go I was stoked about it. I played it. I thought it was pretty good, but then of course I was part of the problem because I didn't stick with it and I didn't I didn't keep playing it just like a lot of people. It died and then it lasted, I guess August, maybe end of August, something like that is the full year for Gundam Evolution, and so it barely made it a year. And it's going to be dead in the water, which is a bummer. But
I can't believe that you're wasting your time playing it instead of scraping the source code to remake that game, to repackage it and sell it as a better product than what they did.
I wish I could, I wish I could, but it's the kind of thing where they just decided it wasn't the worth pursuing. It wasn't worth pursuing anymore, which is a bummer, but I hope they move on to make. I hope that this didn't discourage these devs for Gundam Evolution because I think they had a really good product here, but it was free to play. I don't know if the monetization really worked, and so it didn't really recoup much of the costs, but it was a good game.
Yeah.
So I hope it didn't discourage them too much, and I hope they make another similar multiplayer style game. But I really feel like they made good use of the Gundam IP. But just too bad luck, I guess. I don't know. But also I've been playing Fall Guys. Well, I played Fall Guys once last night for a good session. Me and my good buddy Fatal Tone, we linked up and played some duos. So they changed up the game quite a bit. I don't know when the last time you played was. Probably sooner than, before yesterday. But, well, sooner than the last time I played it. Since
Yeah,
last time,
a couple
anyway.
weeks. I played it a couple weeks ago.
Okay, good. So yeah, you already know there's been a lot of changes. There's a lot of cool little challenges or obstacle courses now.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite one that we played was it was like the slip and slide one where you're sliding
Yeah.
down and you like turn the corners, and
Mm-hmm.
that one's fun. That one's cool. And then it took us a while, but I'd say maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours almost. But we did end up getting the dub ski. And
Yeah.
that I forgot how hype Fall Guys is, dude.
It's
Fall Guys
so
is
hype.
so hype. It's so fun. It was the kind of thing where earlier in the run we should have been knocked out. I
Mm-hmm.
think I didn't make it, but Fatal Tone made it, and we were high enough up in the standing that it pulled me along with him, and we didn't get eliminated. And I was like, sick. And I was like, I got a good feeling about this one, man. And so we won, didn't get eliminated, and the final round was tail grab, a classic.
Yeah.
And I hadn't even touched the tail the whole thing. Fatal Tone got it once. It got stolen pretty soon after. We're all chasing the dude. There's 6 seconds left in the entire game, and I snag the tail, and I go, you know, because I got it, and I ran away, and I bought myself the time and got us the crown, Dubsky, in the books.
It feels good. That game builds up the anxiety. You're like, oh my God. I don't know. Like, you're just like so scared the whole time, especially when you're playing a game like Hexagon or like any of the
Yeah,
classics. You're like deep breathing. But the changes they made to it, like create people being able to create their own maps and custom
yeah,
games, are so much better now. Like, that game is way better
yeah.
now
It's
than it
cool.
ever was, I think. So,
There's a lot more to it. I'm
yeah.
definitely going to be revisiting it. I think it's a fun little party game.
Yeah.
I've been seeing more about this Stumble Guys game lately too, so I
Mm-hmm.
might be downloading that. Might give that a try.
Might get the Mr.
Um,
Beast skin.
yeah, I think that's what I most recently heard it in was
Yeah.
the video he released. I think he released it today, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched that, and it was a Stumble Guys ad. That's so funny. Also, I've been playing Overwatch 2, this new most recent season with Ilari,
Mm-hmm.
which it's so annoying on YouTube. I don't know. I hear people call her Iliari. Iliari. It's Illari. Ilari. There's no, unless she's like Spanish and it's supposed to be like Iari,
Yeah.
which makes sense because the double L, but otherwise it's just Ilari. There's no Iliari. I don't know. At least I don't think so. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just dumb and stupid and dumb and stupid. But I read what I see, and what I see is Ilari,
Yeah. I
homie.
I don't think I've ever said her name yet. Um, does it say it in the origin story video?
I It must, right? It must.
I feel like it might. Yeah, I feel like it has to. I will. I don't know. I'll come to terms with what I'm gonna start calling her,
Okay.
and then we'll argue about it if it's different.
It will be.
It might not be.
You're the dirty tooth with three Y's. You're not going to say it right. With all due
Probably
respect,
probably not.
like, I love you, bro,
I
but
can't. Yeah, I'm not a good.
you,
I'm not a good pronouncer. You
I
know.
always think you're trolling. Every time I'm like, this guy's trolling. He cannot be serious when he's saying this word. I can't even think of any examples because I just try to like put it out of my head as soon as I hear you say words wrong. But I always figure you're doing it on purpose.
Sometimes I am, and sometimes I've said
Hmm.
it so much, like I've trolled it so much that I can't even say it correctly anymore. It happened
And
like there's a word I remember specifically, ecology. And I was like, it was in like college, and all of a sudden, like one day I called it ecology.
ecology.
And like it was like we were in like a group project, and like my like partner was like, that's not how you pronounce it. And I was like, yeah, it is. And then
Ecology.
I said it like straight for like 2 weeks, just in like
Oh,
when we were talking about it. And then we had a presentation, and I said it like live in the presentation, and I was like, damn it. That's when trolling gets you. It's just you do it too much and then it becomes a part of you. It's not
Yeah.
ironic anymore. You just look
Well,
like an
I see.
idiot.
Like in the doc, in the doc, yeah, you wrote the word zombie, and I was like, why'd you spell it like that? But now I'm so used to Rep Zombie's name. That's like the third or fourth mention of Rep Zombie this episode. But
I know. Shout
the way
out.
he spells it is Zomby, R3P Zomby. Go follow him. But yeah, but this is the way it's supposed to be spelled with the IE. So
Yeah.
yeah,
You were gonna get me, but you didn't. You can't
those
now.
those darn Bernstein Bears. You know what I'm saying? The Berenstain
Oh man,
Bears.
that's for another time.
What can you do?
That's for another time.
Okay, last couple things. I went to a concert. I went to a show the other night,
Nice.
Thursday night. A customer of mine is a drummer for a ska punk band called
Mm,
Omnigon, and it was a real small show, not too many people there, real intimate, small venue, and it was just a really good time hanging
nice.
out in the audience or in the in the crowd, small crowd, couple people just skanking, bopping their
Yeah.
head, and mostly just standing around, and then
Ska
the
people.
people performing going nuts up on stage. It was a really good time, and it was cool to see my customer outside of work. It's
Yeah.
like seeing your teacher, or I guess in this case, I would be the teacher, but because I was
Yeah.
out of uniform. But yeah, I saw my customer outside of work at this show. He's out there drumming, going ham on the drums, and he's smiling the whole time. He's having so much fun, and really cool to see people doing what they love to do.
Did you get to throw down some sticks? Did he toss his sticks to you and you get
No,
to throw a
no,
couple beats in?
hell no.
What the hell? What's an intimate show if you don't get up on stage and play a couple wrong
Okay,
cymbals?
I will admit something that happened during Omnigon's set. When I go to a concert, I'm not one that goes in the mosh pit or dances around. Like I might jump up and down or give some good head nods, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But mostly I stand in the back. I don't even try to get front row seats, like standing spot. I just kind of stand in the back and I enjoy the show. I'm here to watch the performers, maybe take a video or two, who cares? So I'm standing in the back, very thin crowd in front of me between me and the stage anyway. And the lead singer, he's like going nuts. He's like 6'5", super big dude, and he jumps off the stage and he's like walking with the mic around the crowd, and he gets in a couple people's faces while he's like yelling and doing the thing. And
Yeah.
he comes up to me and he like with a sweaty ass hand, and he reeks, dude. These guys, I don't know, they're not on tour or anything. This is just a local show.
It's a ska
And
band
but
though.
dude,
Yeah.
dings bo, but like I don't care. We're all dudes here. My wife's right there with me, but like stinky man. Anyway, he comes up to me and he's singing and he goes like this on my face, like caresses my cheek,
With a
and
sweaty hand.
yeah, with his sweaty ass hand down to my chin, and he like lingers for a sec, and then he moves on to the next person or whatever. And I was like taken aback. I was smiling and
Oh.
laughing.
Yeah.
Um, he's just putting on a show. He was easily the best performer there, and that was real awkward, but it was fun. I didn't care, and whatever, stinky or not. Happy to be a part of the show. So I just love going to shows so much. It's a
At least he
passion of
didn't put
mine.
the like microphone in your face for you to like reciprocate some lyrics of a song that you don't
Expe-
know. That's
Butthole.
that's one of my big that like that's like one of my biggest fears is because often I go to concerts and I'm not a big fan of the person that we're going to see. It's like something that
Yeah.
that we're going for Chelsea to see, and it's like this thing where like we'll get there and I'm like, oh man, like if we had close seats, I would be so scared that it would be one of those things where like somebody would like hold down the microphone and I'd be like, I don't know any of your music, bro. I don't know. What do you
Yeah,
say?
he actually did that a couple times, but it was to people in the crowd that were in other bands on the
Mm,
set list, so they
nice.
were aware of the music. So I
Yeah,
think it was strategic.
that's good.
but I knew a couple of the songs, but I'm not super into them. So I'm glad he didn't do that too. That would have been embarrassing.
I'm glad
But
that
yeah,
I'm glad you would have said butthole though. That's a good. That's a
that's
good
just the first thing that comes to my mind when I don't know what to say. I say
yeah.
buns. I say
Buns.
butts.
Yeah.
That's I don't know why it just on my mind. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's fine. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Could
You
be
know what else is
worse.
on my mind? Armored Core 6 coming out soon.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to pick it up day one and play it because I'm a big Armored Core fan. Back in the day, I played a couple of them back in the day. They were always very clunky and weird, awkward games,
Yeah.
but fun. And this one looks sick.
I've not played an Armored Core game that I know of, I don't think. But I will say, like, I've been watching the trailer and like watching like stuff about it. And I am thinking about getting it because it looks really good.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
there's another game that you talked about, and I'm not interested in it. It seems too much, too complicated, too much stuff. But this one seems good.
Was that Remnant
Yeah,
2 or something?
Remnant 2, that's a hard pass. Too much stuff.
Man, that's okay.
Too
That's
much
okay. I
stuff in
do.
it.
I want to pick it up though. I want to pick that game up too. I just
No.
haven't gone. I think it's only 40. It's not even, or maybe 50. It's not even a full 60 or $70. It's
I'd
kind of
buy it for
nice.
15. 15
Yeah,
bucks.
maybe one day.
I gotta work hard for that game. I don't want to do that. That's so much work.
It's a hard game.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for me. That's all I've been doing. I've
That's
been
it.
working overtime, off the hook, 100-degree weather, uphill in the snow, cardboard shoes. But I'm here.
Yeah.
So,
How's the cardboard shoes hold up in the 100-degree snow?
oh boy, it's spicy snow. You know what I'm saying? Not much you can do about it, but
Yeah.
you gotta stick thumbtacks in the cardboard so
In
you
the
can kind of
cardboard.
stick to the hard compacted snow.
Yeah.
Um,
While it's melting.
but then once you get to the top of the hill, you take the thumbtacks out and you slide down in your cardboard shoes. Kind of fun, but it's real sweaty.
Yeah, real sweaty. Hot and cold. Bad. It just seems bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't envy that. So
You know what doesn't seem bad? Finding out a little more about the dirty tooth
oh yeah?
by forcing him to tell us a story, shoving a camera in his face and a microphone,
Oh man.
lights, camera,
Like
story time.
like an interrogation room.
Yeah, but like with flowers and puppies,
Oh,
because
cool.
it's just story time.
Yeah, it's just better.
But if you're not telling the truth, I'll put you in prison.
Oh, how will you know?
I'll know.
You'll know.
Come on, we've been through this. I'll know.
You'll know. That's true. That's true.
So
All
I
right.
nailed 2 truths and a lie, didn't I?
Yeah, we both totally killed it. We're so good at that.
We know
All
each
right.
other so well.
And yeah, and we're getting to know each other even better. So why
Yeah.
not just tell you such a good story? I was
Tell me a
hoping to
little
get
story.
I was hoping to get a picture of it, but I didn't. So as with I don't know, with as most kids in across the US, I don't know. At least like in my area, I grew up like evangelical Christian upbringing. My grandma took us to church every week. It was like this whole thing. So I went to church every weekend, vacation Bible school, like all the stuff. Well, they had been putting on a play. So I was in like the youth group, right? And so we were going to put on a play. I can't even remember what it was about. Like it was about like something like modern times, like doing something bad and not sinning. I don't know. You know the thing. Like don't sin, be good kind of thing.
Sinning.
Yeah.
Know all about it.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a play and we were sort of like picking roles, and I think this is like the funniest part of it all is that they were like, it would be really funny if you played the girl in it. And I was like, yeah, that might be funny, but would it be? And ultimately it came down with I got casted for that role, which was a girl. And
What
so
was her name?
I can't remember the name. It was
Ah,
so long ago. I'll have to like find the person that like
did you
directed it or
did you have
whatever.
to
But
kiss a girl that was playing a dude?
no, it was actually a dude that was playing the dude, and it was me. But I dressed up in a wig, like a long wig and a dress, and I can't wait to find the picture because I am an ugly,
Yeah.
ugly, ugly person in a dress. I mean, I do not look good in a dress at all.
Oh, stop. I'm sure it's not that bad.
And I look even worse with a curly brown wig too. So
I'm
it
sure you look beautiful. Stop.
so not only was this my first and last play that I ever, was in, but I had to
Yeah.
play a girl. I probably couldn't remember any of my lines. I can't even remember like how well it went, but everybody thought it was hilarious. And I was just like thinking about that the other day of like how crazy it would be now for something like that to happen, but it was like encouraged. And so it was like a I don't know, funny story. I dressed up like a girl in a dress and played in a Jesus play.
So you were probably one of the lead roles, huh?
I was, yeah, I was the lead
Wow.
lead female role.
The lead female role. And how did it go? Like, did you guys have one play and that's it, or was it like showings over a weekend, or?
No, we had one play like at the end of vacation Bible school, I think, in front of the whole like congregation.
Wow.
So I was like I was pretty, I was pretty forward thinking
Not bad.
back
How
then.
old were you, do you think?
It was probably around like the 6th grade
Oh,
era.
okay.
So I was probably in
Yeah.
like the 6th grade.
Nice.
Yeah, but I was looking. I called my mom and I was like, "Hey, mom, remember when I played a girl in a church play? Find that picture." And so I was like on Facetime with
She's
her,
like,
and
how could I forget?
she's like pulling out like albums, and she's like, I was like, it would be like around like 2000 like two, mom, and she's like, I don't have dates on anything. I was like,
Yeah.
just find the pic. Like I don't understand. Like where all the
She's like,
pictures of me are.
she says, I think we purposely didn't take any photos that day. I don't know what happened, but
Yeah,
I don't think we ended up taking any. Weird. I think we lost them.
we
Maybe
lost
they
all the
got thrown
pictures.
out.
It was just so like I just remember it being like such an awkward thing because I'd never even walked in a
Yeah.
like walked in like sort of like I don't know like girl shoes and girl dress and girl wig
Dang.
and it was everything.
Did you like it?
It's it's all right. Dresses are breezy. I will say that
Yeah, I bet.
they're nice and comfortable. I'd do it again.
Nice.
I'd do it again.
That's cool. I mean, I bet that was you probably it sounded like you played your role
Yeah,
just fine.
yeah.
Because you don't cast a dude as a chick in a school play without wanting that awkward energy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
That's funny. That's good. That's good entertainment right there.
I wish it was one of those things where it was a recorded thing. Like I wish I had some of those like really funny moments from like when I was a kid, but I think I missed like the video camera era. Like nobody in
Mm,
my era like there's like a few videos, but it's like so far and few between. Like it's like they always were like watching back the tape and being like, "Did anything cool happen on this one?" No, we'll record over that tape.
right,
So
right.
but yeah, it's funny. It's funny to think about all those old things. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, we don't ever have to talk about the time I was in a play,
Oh,
uh, eighth grade. Um,
what was the play? That's not the
no
story.
need to talk. We'll talk about it
No,
maybe next story time because I already have a story queued up.
that's true.
We'll throw that at
W-
the back of the queue
That'll be on the Patreon episode
one day.
one day
One day.
when we want to
I'll
talk
tell
about
you,
that.
it was Dracula,
Oh,
and
you
I'll
were
leave it at that.
okay. Okay.
It was so. All right, but
Was it recorded? Do we have evidence of that play?
my story. Time for my story now.
Okay.
My
Okay.
story
Okay.
tonight is a good story.
Okay.
It's a good
Tell
story,
it.
and it wasn't filmed, but
Were
you'll have to
you
just take my word for it.
were you wearing a dress also?
No, not this time.
Oh, cool. Cool.
So, I was in high school. This was probably sophomore year of high school, so we're
Mhm.
talking 2010-ish.
Okay.
And my school is located down the street from a McDonald's. And so after
Solid.
school, I had one best friend, and neither of us ever really wanted to go home. And so after school, we would go down to the McDonald's.
Yeah.
We would buy one large Dr. Pepper for $1, and we would just share it and get refills for hours, hours, just sitting in a booth. I mean, I think he had a phone. I don't think I really had a phone.
Yeah.
And so, or at least not one that could do anything. And so it was just sitting there talking, shooting the shit, playing with salt packets or something stupid, like just
Yeah.
sitting there trying to be a fly on the wall and not trying to get kicked out because we didn't want to go home, you know? Anyway, this happened every day after school. I mean, for a long time, unless I had basketball or some other sport or something going on, we would be at McDonald's drinking Dr. Pepper, chilling. Okay, so
Solid.
we're in this booth after school one day, and it's kind of fairly a busy walking area. So we had people walking past this window we're sitting next to. And at one point, I think it was an older gentleman. We're people watching. It's just one of the things you do.
Yeah.
Not too much to do. So we're looking out the window, and this gentleman had a really crappy grocery bag. He's walking along, and an onion falls out.
Okay.
This is the story of the lucky onion.
The lucky onion.
Yes.
This is
So
like a How I Met Your Mother episode. It's like leading
it's
up.
kind of remarkable what happens. So
Yeah, keep going.
uh,
I'm invested.
it's a white onion with the not wrapper, but the casing around it. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's an onion falls out of this bag. Bro doesn't notice. He just keeps going, and it's sitting there on the edge of the sidewalk. It could be kicked by anybody. It could be stepped on, but everybody just like a bull in a crowd, like just kind of avoids it, or
Yeah.
like someone standing in the middle of a herd of bulls. I guess is what I'm saying. They just go. Everyone goes around the onion.
Yeah.
This onion's just sitting here, and me and my friend are like, dude just dropped his onion. It's just so random and weird. And so I talked to me and my friend are talking. We're like, what's gonna happen with this onion? So we're sitting watching the onion,
Yeah.
waiting for somebody to see it, kick it, chuck it, something. You know, somebody's got to do something with this onion. It's just an onion on a sidewalk. How crazy, right?
It is crazy.
So we're sitting there. I bet probably 25 minutes go by. We're sitting there talking, watching this onion. Nothing's happening. People walking past it, and an elderly woman. She's got like a hunchback, and she's got like not a regular purse, but it's like a canvas bag kind of bag, like
Yeah,
full of
yeah.
stuff. And she's elderly, and she's walking along, and she does a double take of the onion.
She sees the onion. Okay.
She sees it. It's invisible to everybody. I think there
Yeah.
was a couple close calls before this where somebody like grazed it with their foot or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But this lady did a full double take. She's like, "Oh shit, an onion." Just on the ground.
Free onion.
And so she double takes, she turns around, she literally does the old picks up the onion and puts it in her bag and keeps walking.
What?
Fantastic.
Stole the street onion.
She obtained the lucky onion.
Okay.
That's the moral of the story.
Yeah. What do you think
Keep your eyes out because you never know when you're going to find your own lucky onion.
What do you think she made with that onion?
Oh, could have been anything.
Soup.
I will say,
soup.
I don't know. It probably doesn't matter. She was an elderly Asian woman, the Asian looking. I don't know, but she was elderly, and it just, for me personally, I was like, my buddy and I were talking about how it's like it's a free onion. Like you don't eat those onions without taking the outer shell off of it, right? And cutting it up and cleaning it and stuff. It's like it's a perfectly good onion. But we didn't. What are we gonna do with an onion? A couple sophomores in high school. So we just watched this lady take it, and we're like cheering for this onion in this McDonald's. We're so stoked that this onion found a new home, and I don't know, it was just a real special moment, and I look back on it fondly. That McDonald's, a lot of good memories in that place.
Seems like a side quest. Like she completed a side quest.
Yeah, or the onion itself,
Yeah.
was on its own journey.
Yeah. You know what's
I don't know.
so crazy about that story is this like in the past like 4 weeks, and I haven't even really thought about it, but there's been an apple just like sitting out in the grass strip on the sidewalk. There was an apple one day, and it was just sitting on the grass strip between my house and the road.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is there an apple out there? And then like it had got like somehow like knocked off, like I don't know, the wind or like a dog or somebody, but then it was in the road. And it was in the road for a long time, and then it got smushed finally. Finally it got ran
Oh,
over. Finally. It wasn't like it wasn't even a week after the apple had gotten smushed. There was a peach in the same place that the apple was. And now that I'm thinking
hmm.
about this, like the onion, like I'm wondering, like, it's are we in a simulation? Why is this happening to me now? Why did it happen to you then? I
I don't
am
know, man.
I didn't. The apple got smushed, so at least the onion had a good origin story.
I say call it a glitch in the matrix, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
that's crazy.
I consider myself lucky for having witnessed that, frankly, miracle. It was a miracle.
It could have it could have been there for like at least the next 4 visits that you guys went to McDonald's.
Yeah,
Like
I've got
you could have watched that onion rot on the sidewalk.
deteriorate.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, somebody came upon a perfectly good onion, took advantage of the situation, and picked up the lucky onion. And I like to think that ever since that day, that lady's life completely turned around. With that onion in her bag, she brought it home. Her family had the best meal ever. Her kids, their grades went up. Her like late husband s- spoke to her in a dream and said like, I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. Like that would be dope. And like, I don't know. I'm just thinking like
Yeah.
everything positive happened once this lady found that onion. It's a beautiful thing.
I don't want to do this to you, but you ever think about the other guy though? The guy
He
that
lost his
lost.
onion,
Yeah.
the best onion in the world.
But he came back looking for it when you guys weren't there.
That's the part of the story we weren't there for. But
And then his life went downhill in shambles today still.
yeah, poor guy's on the streets.
Looking for
Never
his
found
onion.
never found his onion to this day.
He's still
No, it
looking
is
for it.
remarkable that this there was a small rip in his bag and the onion is the only thing that fell out, at least that we
Yeah.
saw. But
But
yeah, it's
you don't know at the other McDonald's that he walked past, he kept losing other stuff. So it was like the onion, and then he lost the the
the
the
celery.
celery, and then
Hmm.
he like everything for vegetable soup, he lost it. And that woman was just following him and picked up the onion, got the celery, got the
Dang.
carrots, got everything.
Shoot. Got the turkey, got the stuffing,
This could
got the
be a whole this
gravy.
could be a whole thing. You never
And then
know.
she walked in behind him and said, "Hey, I found your stuff." Nah, all right. Anyway, that's our story time for
I
tonight.
like
That's a
it.
little
I
"Who
like it.
Are You" segment to get to know us a little better.
Yeah,
And I hope you guys enjoyed those quick little stories. But moving on, what would you do is the name of this segment,
it
and
is.
and we have a few prompts here. I think let's go with two out of the three. Tooth.
Yeah.
I'll let you pick the first one, and I'll pick the second one.
Okay.
All right.
The first one.
What would you do? What would you do?
The first one is I you walk up on somebody, or you're in line, I don't know, wherever, but you notice that their zipper is down.
Hmm.
What is the worst way to let them know that their zipper is down? Like, what would you do? Like, what's the awkward way, you know?
I've got a few ideas.
Okay.
So I would walk up to him, and it's hard to do this on camera. Maybe if I go back a little bit. But what I do is I would walk up to them and I would point down to where my finger is like maybe 6 inches away from their groin area. I would point down, and when they look down, I would flick them on the nose. I'd say, your fly's down, flick them on the nose, and
Gotcha.
and there you go. That or the other way is the way I was taught as a boy. And it's to say, you're letting all your animals out of the barn, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 until they get it zipped up, and then you're like, 36 animals got out of your zoo. Sorry.
Shame them. Oh my god.
You should have closed the barn doors. You know what I'm saying?
I've never heard that before.
You never heard that? That's how
No.
my parents tried to like freak me out to make sure it was up.
Yeah, they just shamed you into losing all your.
Well, I didn't want to lose all my
imaginary
barn animals. Yeah.
So how many animals have you lost over the years, you think? All of them.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
As an adult, millions.
Millions.
You know what I'm saying?
Easily.
Yeah. I just walk around with it open all the time.
I like. Well, this question's about you. Like that's why I had to do it. Yeah. I like the nose flip thing. That's funny.
Yeah.
So unexpected.
What about you? What do you got for me? You see me, or you don't know me. You see me. My fly's down.
I think I do like the woman that found the onion. Like I look around, but then I walk up, full eye contact, and I zip it up for them like a good Samaritan.
Oh. What a gentleman.
You can't be mad at him. Like you can't be mad at me for doing that. I just helped you out, right?
You just got to know you're putting yourself in a precarious situation. Because that's like, you don't reach down with one hand to do that. That's both hands are occupied because you got to hold it at the bottom and zip up.
Yeah.
So you can't defend yourself when they go to punch you.
No, it's but you're making full eye contact. They don't know what's happening. Like you're just staring them right in the eye, and then you're just
like that. I'd be more like,
no, I just want
like mean mugging them. Give them a stink eye.
You're trying to scare them at the same time you're trying to help them.
Don't let this happen again. There's children around here.
I feel like that's what you gotta tell them too. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
You would get hit for sure, right? Like I'm getting punched right in the face no matter what.
That's why you got to reach up with your bare toes so you can keep some distance while you do it.
That reminds me of the video that and the try not to laugh challenge with the girl drinking the wine with her feet.
Oh man. That was so unnecessarily funny. That's a good one.
Okay.
That's funny though.
Yeah. It's a good little. That's the only one I have because that's all in. Like
I mean that is all in.
Yeah,
that's high risk, low reward. Low reward.
No reward. There's no.
You're just being a gentleman. That's all you get out of it.
Or I get to
altruistic.
I get to tell the story to somebody else. Like that one
time.
Yeah,
of how you got this black eye.
That one time that I zipped somebody's zipper up for them in public.
Wow. Legendary.
Yeah.
All right, we got 2 more on the list, but one of them I can tell could be like an entire podcast episode on itself.
Yeah.
And so we're going to go with this one. If you lived in medieval times, what would your career be?
I would be I would be the doctor. I would want to be a doctor in medieval
Easy job.
times. So
easy job.
Easy.
There is no medical knowledge to even have to know.
I would make so much
You just kind of
money.
guess.
I would be like, go home and cut your left toe off, your big toe, and you'll be able to walk again.
No, that's
Get out of
literally
here.
all they did. It was all bloodletting, dude.
Yeah.
So it's all just like, okay, well, come here. Let's just bleed into this bucket for a bit and go home and rest up. That should do it, you know?
Put 3 leeches on
That's
your forehead.
easy money.
Easy
You
money.
get all the copper pieces or whatever. Yeah.
I was thinking like you could be the blacksmith, but I'm like that's really hard work. You could be the
Yeah.
scribe, but imagine like your carpal tunnel from writing everything the king's telling you to write. Nah,
Yeah.
the doctor. I do nothing. Literally nothing.
That's not bad.
You don't even do
I like that.
surgery back then.
I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
Because I, in a way, would be doing surgery. I'd be the executioner.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Off
First of
with the
all,
head.
totally anonymous. You're wearing a hood the whole time. Nobody knows it's you,
That's true.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like it's practically what I do already as my day job.
Oh yeah.
I do pest control, and
You-
so I'm killing
you
bugs and rats
execute.
and mice and gophers and moles and all that stuff. And so I could totally chop a dude's head off, especially if he's guilty. If he's not guilty, I imagine it would be tougher, but um
What would you be like
it's
the
him or me, you know what I mean?
would you be somebody with the axe? Would you run the guillotine? Like
Ooh.
what's the choice though?
I feel like I'd start out with a guillotine, the
Okay.
guillotine, the
The
the the thing that
guillotine.
does it itself.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I would probably want to branch out and try new things.
Yeah.
So a big ass axe, like a big ass two-handed axe. You see me out there like chopping into a tree trunk, just getting my
Yeah.
reps in, you know.
I like it.
And then what would I upgrade to after that? Maybe just some like piano wire and like a foot on the back of the head kind of thing.
Yikes.
They had pianos, right?
Hey, yeah, something.
They had organs,
Yeah. You would have a
but
lot
my
of
victim won't
organs.
have any organs left. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Yeah, I'll be the executioner. It'll be easy.
Solid. Yeah. I'll look at him after you're done. Be like, "Yep, dead."
Yep. Yeah. No pulse or
No
what's a
pulse.
pulse? I don't know.
Yeah, real dead. Like, look, they
What
don't
would
even have
you
a head anymore.
what would you do in medieval times if you had all the knowledge that you have today?
If I had
Do
all
you
the
think? What do
knowledge
you
today.
think? Yeah.
Um, I would. God, what do you do? Like,
That's a little tougher. I don't mean to drop
it's
that on you. That's a little tougher.
it's not like I know how to like create electricity. You know,
No.
I just know how to use it.
But I think personally I would change my answer to doctor. I would still be a doctor. Because
Yeah.
the standard bar doesn't change. It's just
Yeah.
your knowledge level would significantly increase, whether no matter how baseline it is.
What
And so
I'm
you could find some herbs out there or something, you know, or something.
You wouldn't make more money though. That's the thing. Like, you would
But
just
you'd
like
be the only doctor in town to wash your hands before doing anything.
that's
That's a
true.
plus right there.
But
Nobody knows about that.
think about it, it's like I don't know how to invent penicillin. Like I don't know I still don't know how to do anything for you. I would still have the same medical knowledge that I have right now, except I
Yeah.
would know like I'm not gonna tell you to put leeches on your face, probably.
Or you would, knowing that that's not going to help, but you don't really know what else to do anyway. But at least you would like, you know, the kind of fraud you are, but you still
Yeah.
know that you're the best doctor regardless because you still know at least more about sanitation,
I
you
feel like
know?
I feel like I'd be sitting there like mumbling to myself, like, "Well, yeah, I know you need an antibiotic, but I don't know how to get you one of the. Here's some leeches."
I bet you could stitch up a wound.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know how to sew. Like I can do that.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like
Yeah.
sewing.
I
Hardest
think
part is getting the needle in the thread or the thread in the needle.
I think if I knew everything that I knew today, I would be sent to you, the executioner, because they would think that I'm insane. So
That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. Well, that's pretty fun. What would you do
What would you
And
do?
that's that segment, and this is the end of that segment. And now
It
we're gonna
is.
begin another segment. I'm so
Segment,
good, dude,
segment,
at these
segment. I
segues,
like it. I
segment
like the
segues.
segment segues. I love it.
Tooth, tell me, what do you think? We're only doing one of these because we got to get to Indie Iceberg. So, tell me, who would win in a fight? I'm trying to pick one. There's okay. We're gonna go Kratos or Link.
Yeah. So we're in Kratos from God of War versus Link from Legend of Zelda.
Who would win in a fight? Which personally, I think the answer is simple.
Yeah. It's Kratos.
It is.
Like he throws like he's like a literal god. Like what is Link gonna do? Like Link will like have his action to pull out the ocarina and his head will be gone already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too.
He's
This
like
wasn't. This
it's
I should have
think
picked a different one.
think about the enemies, like the boss in God of War, and then think about the boss in Legend of Zelda. Ganondorf? Bro,
A
like
better, I think a better matchup would be Ganon and Kratos, but
Kratos would still
Link
win.
Link always beats Ganon, and if we think Kratos would beat Link, transitive property, come on.
That's true. Yeah, I think it's just no question. Kratos beats Link every time.
I'm okay. What advantages would Link have? He's got a boomerang.
He's faster.
He's got his little bombs.
He's got his bombs.
He's got bow and arrow.
He does.
Kratos
Yeah.
has the spear too that he kind of chucks at.
He has the master
Um,
sword.
Link has a master sword and he can shoot beams with it.
Does he have
He's
Navi?
got the spinny hiya.
Is this like
This
Navi with Link, or which Link is
Oh yeah,
this?
Link. Surely Link has like 3 or 4 fairies in his pocket, right?
Yeah.
So he's not going to go down right away.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think because it can't be that simple. Link has to have some advantages, but are they enough? Can he? I guess we. What if we just combine all links from all games into one super link?
Yeah.
So he's got the little lantern that shoots the little fireball, maybe, and then he can also fuse a rock to the master sword to make a rocky master sword.
But he can also put on a mask
Pretty cool.
to turn into something else too. Actually,
Little Deku.
Now that I'm thinking about it, Link, I think
He's
this
got
could be
something there.
This could be a good fight, actually.
Okay, let's think about the advantages Kratos has. Literally killed Zeus.
Pretty epic.
Literally kills any god he doesn't like.
Has god rage.
Any god. He has extreme anger issues.
He does. He has an axe that he throws and comes back to him. He has a spear that he throws and explodes and comes back to him. And he has these like crazy hooks that he throws and they come back to him. Every weapon is
the
a
chaos
boomerang.
blades. Yeah, they all come back. The spinnies too. The chain blade. The chain blades are sick. He's Kratos. I don't like. It's the kind of thing where I can't really believe.
I feel like Link's not going down round 1.
No.
Yeah. So
he'd give Kratos a run for his money.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing, I think psychologically, it would really mess with Kratos that Link he's like a young chap, a young boy with a cool looking sword, but he's not talking for some reason.
Yeah.
And they're fighting and Kratos doesn't know why and even if Link knew, he couldn't tell Kratos why.
Yeah.
And they're just fighting and there's no reason. Nobody knows why and Link's not talking. He's just stoic, straight face. And Kratos is like full of rage and anger. But what does he have to be mad at? You know what I mean? What if he's not full of rage in this moment?
Yeah. I feel like
It's interesting to
I
think
feel
about.
out of 10 fights, Link wins at least one.
At least one.
Yeah.
Some cheeky bomb throw, some
Yeah. He does like a
maybe
time he does like
maybe
a time freeze, and like the Master Sword just like penetrates, Kratos's skull.
yeah, or like
Spinny
Link
move.
freezes a rock and then he hits the rock a bunch of times and then the
Mm,
rock flies out at Kratos and like
yeah.
yeah, but I still think overall Kratos is the winner.
Yeah.
But I think Link gives him a run for his money. But man, that's a tough matchup.
It
That's the kind of
is.
thing where I wish there was some sort of like I wish we could leverage AI to
Yeah.
like we could ask what would happen in a fight between Kratos and Link, and then the AI just has the knowledge of the internet to know this is what Kratos does and has, this is what Link does and has,
Yeah.
and let me do the calculations real quick and give you an answer. That'd be kind of sick.
That would be
I don't know
sick.
if I don't think that would be possible at this time, but
I
I
don't
just
think so either.
I
Let's
am
see here.
curious. It's only a matter of time until we have AI making those decisions for us, right? Who would
That's
win in a fight?
true.
I remember a long time ago there used to be a website you could go to, and I'm sure it's still around, but it'd be a website you put in two terms that you want, like this versus that, like Kratos versus Link, and it would show an animation of two stick people fighting, and
Mm,
whoever won the fight, that's like the winner of the two things.
yeah.
And I wish something like that existed, but with more context.
I I just asked Chat GPT about it, and it said
Okay.
I won't read everything, but it gives like what Kratos is known for, what Link is known for. And then it says ultimately the outcome of a fight between Kratos and Link would depend on the context of the battle, the rules set for the fight, and the creative interpretation of the writers or fans. Both characters have their own dedicated fan bases, debates, blah 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 blah. But I think it makes good
Lame.
points on like Kratos is known for his incredible strength, resilience, and combat skills. Link, on the other hand, is a skilled warrior who often relies on his intelligence, agility, and versatility.
True.
And so I think it might be a little bit closer than we think.
It's kind of a brain versus brawn kind of deal,
It
huh?
is, yeah. David versus
Hmm.
Goliath. It's like the age old, like, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good. Maybe we'll be able to leverage AI at some point, and we'll figure it out.
We'll see.
We'll make one
But
an
for now,
Unreal Engine.
I think that's a fun new segment.
Yeah.
Who would win in a fight? We could probably think of a catchier name for this segment, maybe.
Oh yeah.
But I think the idea moving forward with Mustache Ride is to have more distinct segments like this, like we did today, and then hopefully we can develop some sort of opening stinger to each one, kind of like we do with Indie Iceberg, which we're going to get into in just a sec,
Yeah.
but better. As much as I love that little intro, I think we can do better for other segments. But it would
Yeah.
be fun to have a little introduction segment, and then we move on. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
having it that way, I think it would be, I think it would be good. I don't know,
I
but we're
agree.
gonna try it.
We made a big step. We moved to YouTube this year. We're making another big step, and we're making better and more content for you.
Yeah,
And me.
trying to organize things in a way where we can actually like more easily make other content out of this episode.
Yeah.
So
It'll happen.
yeah. How about our last segment of the night? Indie Iceberg. Iceberg ahead.
You want me to tell you what it is? You want to know?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to know. Tell me. Indie Iceberg. Well, real quick, if you don't know, Indie Iceberg is a segment where we
Is
take an
it?
indie game, we find an indie game that we've never heard of, hopefully no one's ever heard of, or that everyone's heard of, but we just haven't. And we play it over the 2 weeks between episodes. We encourage our viewers to play it as well. And then we come back next episode and we talk about it. And yeah, Tooth, what game are we playing this time around.
This segment's sort of like our own little lucky onion. We find it. We're like, oh yeah. And
A little
then
diamond onion in the rough
sometimes we cut
of
it and
the
it's
parking lot.
rotten. Sometimes it's not. Okay. So this episode's game is Labyrinthine. Labyrinthine.
Labyrinthine. Labyrinth.
Labyrinthine.
I always thought it was like labyrinthian,
That sounds better.
but
Labyrinthian.
that's not what it's.
It's not that, but that's what we're gonna call it. Labyrinthian. So it's a
Yeah.
co-op horror game. And it says it's like no other, but I think it is like some others. So it seems really similar to like a Phasmophobia or sort of like the horror puzzle genre.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. Like it's co-op, but the real cool thing is that it's VR capable. So co-op,
Yeah.
VR capable, and so 1 to 4 players solve puzzles, collect items, and run from the horrors that lie within. And so I'm gonna play the trailer of it while we're kind of hanging.
Nice.
But it seems like a really fun game. I'm excited because this is one of the first games that we'll be able to like besides Star Siege Dead Zone, like we're gonna play this one together to experience it, and we're gonna try it with VR and we're gonna try it without VR. And so it seems exciting, especially when we play it in VR, because I've never played a horror game like this.
Yeah, me neither. And it's first person. I mean, holding a flashlight in a horror game in VR. Oh man, I feel like we're just setting ourselves up for an accident. You know what I mean? Bring the extra undies, cause holy hell.
It looks pretty creepy. So you escape the labyrinth is sort of the idea, and the goal is to sort of just survive and beat the puzzle. So I'm excited to try it out. Like it looks really freaky. Some moments look cheesy, but then some of the characters look actually freaky, and I feel like it's gonna give you that like spooky, like am I alone vibe. So
yeah, I don't think I've played a horror game in VR either, and I think I got to be careful what I wish for, but I think the sign of a really good VR horror game is if I want to take off the helmet. If I want to take off the headset, that means you did good.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what this thing's got. When was the last time you even fired up your VR headset?
It's been a little while. The last time I guess I did sort of play a horror game. It was a mod for VR chat, and it was like it was sort of like Lunch Lady. Like you're trying to like escape a monster and like find keys and stuff in a room.
Okay.
I think the problem was I never really like played a game that was like built really well, and so I always got motion sickness from playing it. So
what's the headset you have?
I have the Oculus 2.
Oh, the Meta Quest.
No, the Oculus.
Same. It says Oculus on it, so I don't know what you want. Nice. Yeah. Ballin'.
We're going to load up Labyrinthine on this bad boy. I'm going to plug it into my PC
stoked.
and my 3060 Ti.
I've been thinking about my Oculus lately. It's just chilling over there in the box, and it's,
I have dust on my shoulder now.
I think like, I don't know, maybe a few months ago, I fired it up just to play some Beat Saber and just to make sure it's still in working order. You know, you never drive your car in your garage, but you fire it up every other weekend to make sure it's still okay, something like that. But anyway, I fired it up. Same old, same old. They've barely added any games to the Oculus or Meta like software, the store in the device.
Yeah.
But luckily with a cord, you can hook it up to your computer. You can play Steam VR games. I played a little bit of Half-Life Alyx. That's probably the closest I've gotten to a horror game.
Okay.
Besides maybe Arizona Sunshine is like a first-person zombie shooter, but it wasn't really scary.
Yeah.
Labyrinthine.
Labyrinthine. It's exciting. It just released out of beta. So, or early access. And so it like, I'm talking about like August 18th. It just released.
Nice.
So
So
it's
just
brand new.
yesterday as of this
Just
recording.
yesterday. It has 8,000 early access reviews.
Wow.
All very positive. So
Very positive.
So I think it's going to be good. It's exciting.
That's exciting. Okay. Okay. Well, anybody out there watching, 2 weeks. So approximately the 4th. Ah, man, I shouldn't have even tried to do that math. Anyway, next episode in 2 weeks from today, we'll be talking about this game more in depth, Labyrinthine. It's $10 on Steam, so it's not free. We wish it was, but if you're interested in checking it out, interested in playing it along with us, interested in joining the discussion for next episode of Labyrinthine, go ahead and hit us up on at our email, mustacheridepod@gmail.com. If you find any interesting anecdotes about Labyrinthine or just anything on the internet, anything fun you find that you want us to talk about or think about, go ahead and email us, mustacheridepod@gmail.com, and make the show a little better. Make it shine a little bit.
Yeah.
Wax it up.
Wax it up. Wax
Yeah.
on, wax off. But mostly
Yeah.
wax on.
Yeah, we'll do the waxing off. Wait. Anyway, that's
Not live.
that's Indie Iceberg for you guys. Indie Iceberg is over. Labyrinthine.
And now it's time for us to go wax off.
No.
To polish up the episode.
We're going to go polish up our episode right now. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And we're going to get it posted probably in the next couple days. And so if you're watching live, watch it on YouTube too and subscribe.
Even if you
make another account
today, you're gonna find little bits and pieces that you didn't hear during the live episode.
There's layers.
Yeah.
Layers.
Like a lucky onion.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.